Morning children. So today's topic is percentage composition. It is the part of the third chapter only, that is atoms and molecules. So as we have discussed in our last meeting in Cisco WebEx, that is the percentage composition topic is left in this chapter that we will complete today. So the words percentage composition refer to how many percent of individual composition or individual element present in a compound. It refers to the percentage by mass of each element of a compound. So to calculate percentage by mass of any element present in a compound, there is a formula for that. So what is the formula? Percentage mass of element in a compound is equal to total mass of the element divided by molecular mass of compound into 100. So if you have to calculate the percentage by mass of the individual element in a compound, the value of total mass of that element must be known, and also the molecular mass of the compound of which the percentage individual element is present must be known. Let's say if you have a compound AB2C and you are asked to calculate the percentage by mass of A in compound AB2C. So for that, the value of total mass of A in this compound, that is in compound AB2 must be known, AB2C must be known, and also the molecular mass of this AB2C must be known. Then we can just write the percentage of A in the compound AB2C is equal to total mass of A divided by molecular mass of compound AB2C into 100. And like that we can calculate the mass of percentage mass of other elements also present in a compound AB2C. For example, we can also calculate the percentage by mass of element B and percentage by mass of element C present in a compound by using the same formula. Okay, so now we will see some of the examples where we will see how we will calculate the percentage composition of any compound. There is one more formula in percentage composition, and the formula is little different and it depends on the question. You can use either of the formulas. So if the question is like that, where you are given a certain mass of a sample and you are also given the constituent mass of constituent elements present in that given mass of a sample, and you are asked to find out the mass percentage of the constituent element present in the given mass of the sample, then you can use that formula, because here in the question you don't know the name of the compound, so you are not able to find out the molecular formula, because if you don't know the name of the molecule name of the compound, then the molecular formula cannot be calculated. So the last formula that we have discussed cannot be applicable for this type of question. So for that, if you are asked to find out mass percentage of X element, this mass percentage of constituent X element present in a given mass of a sample, which will be calculated by given mass of the element X, whatever the mass of the constituent element X is given, that value you have to put here, divided by total mass of the sample. Certain mass of the sample is also given, so that mass, that value is to be put here, okay, into 100. If you do, then you are able to calculate the mass percentage of X element in the given mass of a sample. So we will see different example where we can use this formula also, and the formula we have discussed now also. So it depends on the question, what is given in the question, accordingly we will use either of the formulas. Okay. Question: what is the percentage of calcium in calcium carbonate compound? Okay, so we have to calculate the percentage mass of calcium in this compound, calcium carbonate. Okay, so to calculate the percentage mass of calcium in the compound calcium carbonate, the formula is percentage mass of calcium in the compound calcium carbonate is equal to total mass of calcium divided by molecular mass of the compound calcium carbonate into 100. So before using this formula, we should first calculate the values of total mass of calcium and also the value of molecular mass of calcium carbonate. So first we will calculate molecular mass of calcium carbonate. So molecular mass of calcium carbonate, you know how to calculate. It is equal to atomic mass of calcium plus atomic mass of carbon plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen. Okay, 3 into atomic mass of oxygen. So what is the atomic mass of calcium? It is 40 plus atomic mass of carbon, it is 12 mu, plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? 16. So here we will get 40. We can write 40U plus 12U plus 3 into 16, that is 48U. Okay, so when we add up all, we will get 100U or AMU. So we have got molecular mass of calcium carbonate as 100U. Now we have to calculate total mass of calcium. So from the molecular mass of calcium carbonate, you know atomic mass of calcium is how much? 40. So this value only will be the total mass of calcium in calcium carbonate. So it would be 40U. So now we know the values and we will put it here in the formula. So total mass of calcium, we got it is 40U. We got 40U divided by molecular mass of calcium carbonate, that is how much? It is 100U. So 100U into 100. So we will just cancel out and we get here 40. So 40% mass of calcium is present in the compound calcium carbonate. So what is the percentage of calcium by mass? It is 14% in this compound calcium carbonate. Okay. Next question is, what is the percentage composition of elements in ammonia, that is in NH3? So here it is asking to calculate the percentage mass of each element present in the compound ammonia. So first we should know what are the elements present in ammonia. So ammonia contains nitrogen and hydrogen, you know, it contains nitrogen and hydrogen. So here we have to calculate the percentage mass of nitrogen in the compound ammonia, and then again we have to calculate the percentage mass of hydrogen in the compound ammonia. So one by one we will calculate. First we will calculate the percentage mass of nitrogen, in the compound ammonia, and it is equal to total mass of what? Nitrogen divided by molecular mass of ammonia into 100. So molecular mass of ammonia can be calculated as atomic mass of nitrogen, okay, plus 3 into atomic mass of hydrogen. So atomic mass of nitrogen is 14U plus 3 into atomic mass of hydrogen, it is 1U, which will be equal to 14U plus 3U, and overall we will get 17U. So we have got molecular mass of ammonia, that is 17U. Now we should also know the value of total mass of ammonia. So what is the total mass of ammonia here? Total mass of nitrogen. The total mass of nitrogen here we can see it is 14U. So here total mass also we have got total mass of nitrogen in NH3 is equal to how much? 14U. We will just put these values in the formula. Total mass of nitrogen is 14U divided by molecular mass of ammonia is, we have got 17U. We have got 17U now. Okay. Into 100. Okay. So from that we will calculate here. So how much we will get? We will get here, if you calculate, we will get 82.35%. So now we know that the percentage mass is 82.35% of nitrogen is present in the compound ammonia. Now similarly we have to calculate the percentage mass of hydrogen in the compound ammonia. Okay, the next element is hydrogen. So percentage mass of hydrogen in ammonia is equal to, we'll write like that, total mass of, because we are finding out the percentage mass of hydrogen, so here total mass of hydrogen divided by molecular mass of the compound. What is the compound? It is NH3 into 100. Now molecular mass of ammonia we already know, it is how much? We have already calculated 17U. Now what is the total mass of hydrogen? So from molecular mass only we will just see total mass is this one. How much it is? 3U. Total mass of hydrogen is 3U. Okay. Don't just write atomic mass of hydrogen. What is the total mass of hydrogen? Total hydrogen mass present in ammonia. So 3 into atomic mass of hydrogen, whatever we have got value, 3U. Now this will be the total mass. So total mass of hydrogen is equal to 3 into 1U, that is 3U we have got. So we will put this value here, 3U. So 3U divided by molecular mass of ammonia, we already know it is 17U into 100. So when we will calculate this, here we will get the value 17.65%. Okay. So what is the percentage of hydrogen in the compound ammonia? So percentage here is 17.65% of hydrogen by mass is present in ammonia. Okay. So sometimes when you calculate, maybe you will get the value 17.645, something like that. And here also exactly you would not get, sometime 82.356 or something we will get. So what you have to do is you have to adjust the value, accurate the value, so that when you add up this percent of, this is percentage mass of nitrogen and percentage mass of hydrogen, it should come 100%. Okay. So we will just see 82.35% of nitrogen plus 17.65% of hydrogen we have got. So if we add up this, we will get so 100% we are getting. So you should get always 100%. If you get some large value, just adjust the value to such that when adding these two, or adding the percentage mass of each element of a compound should come up to 100%. Okay, then you will have the accurate percentage mass of each element present in any compound. So this was about your percentage composition topic. We'll see one more question. The question is, a 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron was found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by weight. So in the question, you have come to know that there is a sample of compound of oxygen and boron. So there is a sample which contains the compositions boron and oxygen. That means what? The sample compound is made up of boron and oxygen. And here in the question, the total mass or total weight of the sample is given, that is 0.24 gram, and the weight of its composition. What are the composition? Composition are boron and oxygen. So their weights are also given, that is 0.096 gram of boron is present in the sample of 0.24 gram and 0.144 gram of oxygen as a composition is present in the sample. And when you add up these two, you will get total weight of the sample, that is 0.24. If you add up 0.096 and 0.014 gram, when you add up, you will get the total weight of the sample, that is 0.24. So the sample is made up of boron and oxygen. Sample is a compound and it is a compound of oxygen and boron. So its composition is, the sample composition are boron and oxygen. Okay. Now what is asking here? It is asking to calculate percentage composition of compound by weight. So here it is asking to find out how many percent of boron and how many percent of oxygen by mass is present in the sample compound. Okay, so first we will write what and all are given in the question. So first we have come to know that the sample compound contains boron and oxygen. That means sample is a compound of boron and oxygen. In the question, it is to see that the name of the compound is not given. Just it is giving us the hint that the sample is a compound which is made up of boron and oxygen. So it is a compound of boron and oxygen. Okay, so we have just written what is given, and what is given here, total weight of sample compound is also given. What is the total weight of the sample? It is 0.24 gram. So we will write here it is equal to 0.24 gram. Now weight of the constituents are also given. What are the constituents of the sample compound? Boron and oxygen. So weight of the boron is also given. What is the weight of boron in the sample compound? It is 0.096. 0.096 gram. And weight of oxygen is also given, that is 0.144 gram. Okay, so if you add up, we will get 0.24 gram. So total weight is of the sample is 0.24 gram, out of which weight of boron is 0.096 gram and weight of oxygen is 0.144 gram. Now percentage mass of boron we have to calculate. We don't know that. And percentage mass of oxygen also we don't know, we have to calculate. It is asking to calculate the percentage composition. What are the composition of the compound sample? Boron and oxygen. So percentage mass of boron is to be calculated and percentage mass of oxygen then is to be calculated. So one by one we will calculate So we will use the second formula. You know, first we will calculate percentage mass of boron. So we will just write here percentage mass of boron in the sample compound is equal to the given mass of boron divided by total mass. Total mass means total mass of the sample, ठीक है, into 100. Now what is the given mass of boron? Weight of boron is given 0.096 gram. So we will write here 0.096 gram divided by total mass of sample is how much? It is 0.24 gram. So we will write here 0.24 gram into 100 and we will get here 40. Okay. So 40% of boron by mass is present in the sample compound. Okay. Similarly, we have to calculate the other composition percentage by mass, that is percentage mass of oxygen. So similarly, we will write percentage mass of oxygen in the sample compound is equal to given mass of oxygen divided by total mass into 100. Okay, total mass of sample you can write. So given mass of oxygen, weight of oxygen is 0.144 gram, this one. So we will write 0.144 gram divided by total mass of sample is how much? Same as 0.24. Here also we have written. So we will write here 0.24 gram into 100. So we will get here 60%. 60 we are getting. So 60% of oxygen by mass is present in the sample compound. Okay. So when you add up 40 and 60%, 40% of boron and 60% of oxygen, you will get full 100%. That means whatever you have calculated, the individual mass of the composition of the compound by weight is completely accurate. It is you are getting 100%. So percentage mass of boron, how much we have got? 40%. And percentage mass of oxygen, how much we have got? 60%. Okay. So according to the question, you can use different formula. So I have given you the example of the question in which you can use the second formula. Okay. Now we'll discuss the homework questions. First is calculate the number of moles in 5.75 gram of sodium atom. Atomic mass of sodium is already given, it is 23U. So from atomic mass of sodium, which is 23U, we will get the mass of 1 mole of sodium atom or molar mass we will get, which is equal to how much it will be? 23 gram. So it is asking to calculate number of moles in 5.75 gram of sodium. So we have to calculate number of moles. So you can use the formula number of moles is equal to, you know, it is total mass divided by molar mass. What is the total mass of sodium? It is 5.75 gram divided by molar mass. Molar mass we have calculated here 23 grams. So 23 gram. So how much we will get? We will get 0.25. So number of moles of sodium in 5.75 gram of sodium is 0.25 moles. This is 1 meter. If you don't know the formula, then also you can calculate number of moles. You have to calculate. So first you should know the moles and the gram relation. Okay, so you know that 1 mole of sodium contains 23 gram. I have written also. So just opposite converts, you just converts it and write. Converse, if you do, you can just write 23 grams of sodium is contained in 1 mole of sodium atoms. Okay. So what is asking? To find out the number of moles in 5.7 gram of sodium. So we know that 1 mole of sodium contains 23 grams of sodium. So 5.75 gram of sodium atoms is contained in how many moles? We will calculate by just unitary method. 5.75 gram into 1 mole divided by 23 grams. So when you cut this, when you solve, we will get 0.25 moles. So 0.25 moles of sodium atom contains 5.75 gram of sodium. Okay. So you can use either of the method to solve this problem. Okay. Next question is, how many gram of each of the following element must be taken to get 1 mole of the element? So it is just, the question is twisted, just asking 1 mole of element contains how many grams in it. Okay. So sodium we know. So you can, here you can directly do, you know the atomic mass of sodium, it is 23 U. So 1 mole of sodium will be 23 gram. Or you can calculate also like that. How many grams of to get 1 mole of L2? You can just write as here, atomic mass of sodium is equal to 23 U. So you can just write here. So 1 mole of sodium will be, just you have to replace U by gram. This is 1 meter. Okay. You can write in other way also. Mass of 1 atom of sodium is equal to 23 U. Okay. So mass of 1 mole, or in place of mole you can just write mass of 6.022 into 10 to power 23 atoms of sodium is equal to 23 into 6.022 into 10 to power 23, and you can change mu in grams because we have to find out how many grams. So you will change it by placing the value 1.67 into 10 to power minus 24 grams. So if you calculate full, you will get 23 grams. So this is another method. So if it is just asked for 1 mark, and you in the question it is just asking how many grams, so you can use this way only. If it is asking to calculate the grams of each of the elements, where you have to use this way, you have to write in this way. But here in the question it is asking how many grams, just it is not asking to calculate the grams of each of the following. If it is asked to calculate, then you can go by this method. If it is just asking how many grams, then you can do it by this way only. Okay? Similarly for chlorine, we will do, to find out number of grams in 1 mole of chlorine, you should be knowing the atomic mass of chlorine, which is equal to 35.5 U. So 1 mole of chlorine will be 35.5 gram. Directly we can write. Okay? Similarly for copper, atomic mass you should know. Atomic mass of copper is equal to 63.5 U. So 1 mole of copper is equal to 63.5 gram. Okay, so these two also you can calculate it by this method, by showing Avogadro number of atoms. Okay, next question is, the mass of a single atom of an element M is 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. What is its atomic mass, that is in U, and what could the element be? So what is given here? Mass of a single atom of element M, that is atomic mass is given, but atomic mass is calculated in gram here. So we will write here given as mass of a atom of element M is equal to 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. Let's say this is equation 1. Okay, now we have to calculate atomic mass. So let's say atomic mass of element M be XU. Okay, U, because we have to calculate atomic mass in U, and we know the atomic mass in grams, it is this much. Okay, so if we have to calculate the atomic mass, if we have to calculate this value in gram, we can write XU is equal to X into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. We can write, so atomic mass of element M is equal to X into 1.67 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So now we have got the atomic mass of element in gram, and in given also it is a mass of a atom of element is given in gram only. Mass of a atom of element or atomic mass of element, both are same. So let's say this is equation 2. So what value we have got here is equal to this value. So just if we do equation 1 is equal to equation 2, so we can write that what is the equation 1? 3 from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2 we can write 3.15 into 10 to the power into 10 to the power 23 gram is equal to X into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Okay, understood? So we have to find out the value of X, because we have assumed atomic mass of element M be XU. So if you have to calculate X, you can just write 3.15 into 10 to power 23 gram. Put this one in the right side. So when it comes in right side, it becomes divided by, so 1.67 into 10 to power minus 24 gram is equal to X. You know? Understood? Okay. This is minus 23. Yes. So when we solve this, we will get X is equal to 18.8. Okay. So 18.8 shows what? 18.8 is nothing but the actual atomic mass of element will be 18.8, and it shows that the atomic mass shows that the element is fluorine. If you see, it is the atomic mass of fluorine is almost 19. So the value is similar to the atomic mass of fluorine. So the atomic mass is shows the element is fluorine. You have to equalize equation 1 and 2, because in according to one equation 1, mass of one atom of element is this value, and atomic mass of element in gram we have calculated. So this is also showing mass of one atom of element. Here it is showing mass of one atom of element. So both the equation are giving the same value. So we will equalize equation 1 and 2, and from equation 1 and 2 we will get 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram is equal to X into 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram, and from this equation we will solve X. We will get 18.8 value, which shows the atomic mass of the element M, and this is nothing but the atomic mass of fluorine. Okay. Now second question is, write all the equations and formulas related to mole concept. So in the question it is asking to gather all the formulas and equation which you have studied in the mole concept, okay, topic. So most of you have written 3 formulas. It is okay, 3 formulas are enough, but one more formula you can add, and some equations also you can add. So we will see one by one. You know, number of moles is equal to total mass by molar mass. Okay, number of moles is equal to given number of particles by Avogadro number. We will get number of moles. Number of atoms is equal to total mass divided by mass of one atom. If you are given total mass and mass of one atom, if you know, then you can calculate number of atoms. Now in number of moles, the formula is total mass by molecular mass. If you multiply it with Avogadro number, total mass by molecular mass, if you divide and multiply it by Avogadro number, you will get here number of atoms directly. So fourth formula I have written like that only. Number of atoms is equal to given mass by molar mass, or total mass by molar mass into Avogadro number. So the first formula only, if you multiply it with Avogadro number, you will get here not the moles, but directly you will get number of atoms. So you can just see these formulas. There are 4 formulas I have given you now. Just note it down. Now equations also I told you to write. Some of you have written also. Those who have not written, just make a note of that. Molar mass is equal to mass of 1 mole of atoms or mass of 1 mole of molecules. Okay. Now Avogadro number is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms or molecules or ions or any particles. Okay. Now 1U is equal to 1.67 into 10 to power minus 24 grams. Okay, gram. 1 U means 1 AMU. Now 1 mole is equal to 6.022 into 10 to power 23 number of particles. It depends, 1 mole of atoms we are taking, or 1 mole of molecules we are taking, or 1 mole of ions we are taking. With respect to that, we have to change here. If it is 1 mole of atoms, then it is 6.022 into 10 to power 23 number of atoms. If it is 1 mole of molecules, then it is 6.022 into 10 to power 23 number of molecules. Similarly, if 1 mole of ions, it is like that. So 1 mole is equal to 6.022 into 10 to power 23 number of particles, which is equal to the molar mass. This is very important equation. Okay, so these are the things. Whatever, if you have not written, just make a note of that. Thank you.